Hello everyone and welcome to day 3 of our FCHS Fitness Challenge. I'm Michaela and today we're going to warm up with a cardio workout because it's freezing outside. I woke up this morning and there's just wind and it seems miserable, but we're going to stay inside and we're going to work up a nice sweat from the comfort of our own home today. So we're going to do a couple different kind of cardio circuits today. We're going to do each exercise for about 30 seconds. We'll do 3 exercises and then we'll move into the next set of exercises. So we're going to go at a pretty fast pace. So if you're just kind of starting out, it's okay to take a break, rest as you need to. You don't have to do everything right along with me. You can always pause the video and come back. I'm not going anywhere. That's the beauty of videos, right? You can always pause me and save me for later. So take it at your own pace. We'll work through it. But we're going to get started now. So our first circuit, it'll be kind of on the lighter side, and I'm just going to get my watch going so that I have a timer here. This is just kind of to warm up. So our first 2 will be a little bit lighter, and then we'll really get into the bulk of it. So we're going to get started here, and we're just going to start with a march in place. Just going to raise our legs up, okay? And we can do this slow. It's probably best to go slow now because we're just getting ready, okay? We're just warming up. As we go throughout the workout, if we go faster with our knees, with our legs, that'll add a little extra cardio challenge. Okay, we only have 10 seconds left. See, going nice and fast. Okay. Our next one, in about 2 seconds, we're gonna activate our core a little bit here. So we're gonna start with our hands up above our head. So I have my hands to my left side, and I'm just gonna bring them down to my right. And this will come back later. We'll do something similar to this in a little bit, but we're just gonna wake up that upper body here. And we're gonna do this side for 30 seconds, and then we'll do the other side for 30 seconds. Okay. Just like this, okay? Get a nice little twist, might wake up your back a little bit. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. So my hands are up above my right ear now, my right shoulder. Do this for 30 seconds and then we'll go back to moving our legs. Okay. Got about 8 more seconds. All right, we're gonna put our hands back down and then we're just gonna take our legs and we're just gonna step back. We're gonna step back with that foot. So this is gonna open up our hip a little bit. Wake up our toes, get our balance going. So you might feel a little bit in your core again here. Okay, so just a nice stepping backwards. Got 10 more seconds and then we'll take a brief break and get into our next little circuit. Okay. All right, we can bring those legs in. So hopefully you feel a little bit warmer. Breathing a little heavier, I know I am, but that's partially because I'm talking and exercising at the same time. So our next one, we're gonna go back to our march in place, okay? So I'm gonna wait until I'm on an even number here. There we go, we're gonna march for 30 seconds, and you can see I'm going a little bit faster this time. Can I get my arms involved, adding a little more work? Okay, if you're really ambitious and you wanna do a little bit of a jog, you can. I'm not feeling that ambitious this morning. Haven't finished my coffee yet. All right, got about 5 more seconds. And we're gonna slow those feet down. We're gonna raise the arms up and we're gonna do kind of a standing mountain climber. So my right elbow is gonna come to my right knee, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the left side. All right, and this is challenging. It's gonna challenge your balance. You can see I have my handy chair and a handy table behind me if I need it. You can take this one nice and slow if you need to. You're still gonna get that work in, and that'll help with your balance as well. Ooh, okay, we got about 15 more seconds here. Going a little longer because I was explaining it for a couple seconds. All right, 2. Last one, even out. Okay, our last one in this set, we're gonna step to the side. Just step to the side. Okay, so these lateral muscles in our legs will work. And again, if you want a little more challenge, you can go a little bit faster. Going at kind of a moderate pace here. You don't have to do that. I want to kick my butt, you can. Okay, 5 more seconds of our side steps. And we'll rest. Okay. We'll move into the next one here. So we're gonna start with just our hands in front of us like this. And I have my right wrist is gonna go over my left one. So I'm gonna roll my hands like this, okay? And we'll start now. So you feel a little funny, but we'll give the legs a break, work that upper body again. And we're just gonna do this. You might feel a nice burn in your shoulders here. Working those arms. Okay. So the nice thing about our body weight cardio options is that it always gets a little bit of strength training in there too, just by nature of it, because we have to manipulate our own body weight. All right, we're gonna bring those hands down, and then we're gonna pick it back up. Gonna make fists, and we're gonna punch to the side. So I'm gonna punch over this way and punch over this way. So again, a lot of core here. You'll see I'm just kind of spinning on this back foot, kind of like a kickstand to help my balance. If you want to be faster, to add a little more cardio, you can, but make sure you're nice and controlled and you're twisting. Okay, you want to be nice and strong through your core. It's a really good core exercise. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit longer here. Okay, and then we have a fun one. For when we go back to our legs, all right, even out, bring your feet in. You're gonna bring the feet in, you're gonna walk one foot out, the other foot out, the right foot in, the left foot in, okay? So we're gonna go out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. And we're gonna do 30 seconds with the right foot going out first. And then we're gonna do 30 seconds with the left foot going out first. Ooh. It's hard to talk about it when I'm not doing it that way. Ooh. Okay. Even out your feet, and now I'm gonna step out with that left foot first, that right foot, that left foot, that right foot. Okay, and that just kind of challenges the way we move, right? I'm dominant on my right side, so I tend to start motion with that leg. But I can't always do that, right? Sometimes I'm forced to use my left leg when I don't want to, or my left arm when I don't want to. And that can lead to some potential falls if we're not ready for it, okay? And we're gonna do one more here, even out. Bring yourself back in. And we're gonna do something very similar with those arms again. So now we went forward, we have to go backwards. So we're gonna roll our arms backwards. A little bit of a different feeling here. Okay. And then we'll do some ceiling punches when we're done with this. So we'll punch straight up to the ceiling. Okay, if you have some shoulder issues, that might be a little intense, especially after we just did this one. So take it easy. If you feel any pain, just stop and use that 30 seconds to rest, or you can march in place. Always a good option. Okay, we're gonna do this for about 5 more seconds. Ooh. All right, now I'm gonna bring my hands back into fists, and I'm just gonna punch straight up in the air. Okay. Actually feels kind of good after that rolling one. A nice stretch in my shoulder here. Okay. Again, nice and controlled. I know sometimes we want to bring the speed, but then we sacrifice the form, so make sure that you're still doing the motion right. You're not locking out at any joints. You don't want to lock out at your shoulder or your elbow here. And be nice and controlled. Okay, we're going to even out. So for me, that's one more, and then we're going to come back to the feet. And we're gonna bring the foot forward, we're gonna tap the heel in front of us. Tap the heel, okay? So it's kind of like the reverse of those step backs that we did when we were warming up. Very similar. Again, it's gonna challenge your balance a little bit. Might get a little work in that quad as you kind of bend this leg as you extend the front leg. Okay, and you can always go a little faster if you want. If you're really in shape, you can add a bit of a jump. I'm really not coordinated enough to do that. We're gonna even out these feet. So one more, we'll come back. And then we're gonna get a little bit crazy here. So we're gonna go back to our mountain climbers, but this time, remember when we did this in the warm up and I said it would come back later? We're gonna start like this, You can have one hand actually. One arm up, the left knee is gonna go to the right knee, or sorry, the left elbow is gonna go to the right knee. I know my body parts. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So again, if you have your handy chair or a table near you, you might need it because we're gonna cross that elbow and that knee over the body and back out, okay? And then the same thing on the other side. So we'll alternate here. You can also do one side at a time if you want. I'll let you know when we're 30 seconds in. All right, so nice and slow as you get started here. Okay, ooh. If you're not alternating legs, we're about 30 seconds in. So switch. For those of us that are alternating, we're almost there. We have 15 more seconds. You can take that break if you need to. When we're done with this one, we're gonna go back to our punching, but we're just gonna punch forward. Okay, even out. And we're gonna put those hands back in a fist, so we're just gonna punch in front of us. Okay, that one's gonna seem nice and easy compared to the mountain climbers we just did. Okay. And we're about halfway through this one already. Okay, for our next one, we're gonna do, if you wanna do a full jumping jack, you can. If you don't wanna have that impact on your joints, we can just step out to the side and raise the arms overhead. Okay, and I'm just gonna do one side at a time here. So we'll be doing this one for what feels like a minute, but it'll be 30 seconds on both sides. And then we only have one more little circuit after this. We're getting to the end. The end is near. Okay, and in 3 seconds, we're gonna switch those feet, and that left one will come out to the side. Okay. Good job. Can't see you, but I know you're doing a good job. Because you're here. We did it. Okay. And we're gonna do 5 more seconds. And bring those feet back in. We got one more. So we're gonna start, we're just gonna tap our toe in front of us, okay? And in about 15 seconds, we're gonna add in some arms. All right, so we're gonna challenge our coordination a bit here. It's lots of fun. All right, so we're gonna bring the arms in front of us, the hands will be facing each other, and we're just gonna bring them out into cactus arms or field goal post. Ooh, you can see I'm starting to get a little discombobulated here. All right, gonna do this. There we go. It's playoff season. We got our field goals going on. Oop, I'm messing up my feet. Okay. And we're gonna even out our feet. We'll come down. And then we're gonna march. Back to the marching. All right. We should be going nice and quick now, while still being controlled. Okay. And we're marching, or we're jogging. Up to you and how you feel today. Okay. I'm gonna march for about 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna go back to our step outs, okay? So we're gonna step to the side. We're not adding the arms yet. We're just kind of stepping, and we're stepping, and we're stepping. See, nice and easy. Okay, kind of swaying from side to side. Then we'll add the arms in. Okay, so in about 5 seconds, we're gonna step. So I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna punch, okay? So I'm really just kind of spinning on that back leg and sinking into that front leg. So I'm getting a little more work than the first time I did those punches. Okay. Getting the legs a little more involved here. Should still feel that nice work in my core though. Okay, I'm gonna even out. And I'm gonna bring my feet back to the middle. And we're gonna finish with the march in place. All right, last 30 seconds here. And then we'll do a mini cool down. And if you need a little more, please take it. Proper stretching and cooling down after a workout is very important. This one's kind of on the shorter side though, so you might not need that much of a cool down. Okay, we're gonna go for 5 more seconds here. Potentially an added bonus. And we'll still those feet. We're gonna bring those arms up nice and tall. And bring them back down. And up. And back down. Just get those shoulders nice and stretched. And when we come back down, we're just gonna reach down and touch our toes. Or close to our toes. I was hoping I'd be able to touch them, but better than in the stretching one. See, sometimes you just need to exercise first and then you're a little more loose. Ooh. And we're gonna come back up nice and slow. And you guys are done. So if that wasn't enough, you want a little more, you can replay that video. You can do each circuit more than one time. Just for the sake of time, I took you guys all through the workout here. This is a good beginner workout, nice low impact cardio, good on the joints. But again, you can make it whatever you need it to be to work for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna do some strength training. We'll get full body strength training workout in if you didn't have enough of that today. All right, have a great day. Bye.